This is just a test, and I don't anticipate that it will be very long, but I thank you so much if you're tuning in. Hey everybody, if you're out there, once again, this is just a test that I am doing on some, I know it's literally just a test. So I thank you so much if you're tuning in, but I also want to say thank you to the loyal patrons, the subscribers, followers over on Periscope, and if you're catching us on Twitch, and also to say thank you very much. And this will be just a test. So I want to say thank you to the loyal patrons, and this is also a thanks for the people who have actually signed up for Twitch. So I'll be right back. There. Hello, Unique View. Yes, it is. It is a test, and we kind of know where that always winds up, but we'll see what happens. I'm actually testing some things here, so thank you so much. Hope you're doing well out there. I guess I'll just go ahead and give a thanks to the loyal patrons and the subscribers while I'm at it, but I'm going to be testing a couple of other things. Thank you so much. Yes, I am on Twitch right now. So hang on, I'm going to run a couple of ads and then I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and so this is actually a little bit of a test, but it's also a little bit of part of the what I'm calling the Twitch drive. So I'm going to run a couple of ads on Twitch, and also I'm just running some other things. So I'll run that right now, and then there'll be a little bit of a longer run here. So I'll be right back. Thanks so much for your patience. Yeah, that's what they call it. Still, yeah, I guess that's what they call it. Let's see. But thanks so much. Like I said, I'm just going to go through a couple of these. I'm going to try this one. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience on on my test. And yeah, so I'm just trying out some things. So, but I thank you guys for hanging around for that. And if you guys could hit the like or the unlike button, um, yeah, this is just a test, purely a test. And I don't know if unless you guys have something specific you want to mention here. I'm just going through a couple of things. So far, so good. Hello, Dr. Fish. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you, DJ. Thank you for coming in and run a couple more ads. So please, if you guys haven't had a chance to, this is also like the when I do the test, I'm probably actually going to be pitching a little bit more on the Twitch opportunity. So don't miss that. Don't miss it. And thank you. Shout out to Old Head Deuce, Zero the Infinite, and Ronnie Man for coming over to Twitch. That my latest followers, latest subscribers on Twitch. So I appreciate you guys for coming over. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So gonna run a couple more ads and I'll be right back. Okay, and I just want to say this because I do have some of your guys' attention. If you go over to Twitch, I mean, if you go over to the community tab, you will find, if you go over to the community tab, you'll actually find a new ad in which I put on just a new informational kind of a guide similar to the ad that I was running, and it tells you how you can do Twitch or how you can download it. So let's see, maybe we can visit that from my screen here. Let's try to do that so you guys can see. Like, don't fret. I know it's cumbersome. I know nobody really wants to go over to Twitch, but at least show you the ad, and I'll actually show you Twitch as it is right now. Hope you guys are doing well out there. And so I'm going to take you to the page right now so that you can see, and then I'll take you over to Twitch so that you can get beyond your Twitch phobia. Okay, so let's see if we can go over right now. Okay, so this is just taking you over to the actual channel page, the main channel page. But then if you click on community, and if you just scroll down just a little bit, as you can see, I've shared some other streams today, but this is actually what you'll see on the community tab. It is the third installment. So I shared some other things, so that's why you see those above it. But this is what I'm calling an interim, and it actually should be, I should change that, but this is gives you the information on in case there's an interruption here on YouTube and how you can go to the Twitch. So you can go to twitch.tv online or download the mobile app, or you can go to the search podcast or talk shows and you can look for it there, or you just type in Black Spring with Autumn and then you can click subscribe, follow, whichever one. So yeah, you can do that for sure. And that's it. And that's if you're over there on Periscope. I think the Periscope situation is pretty imminent right now, so you can always do that. Oh my gosh, look who's here. It's the Lockhart perspective. Believe it or not, this is a test. So I mean it's still a test right now. It's still a test. So, and then let me show you Twitch right now. So let me get out of that. Okay. So I'm going to take you out of, I'll take you out of the screen, and then we'll actually go over to the page. Hi, About Time. Anarchy Television's here. Yeah, so I ran something else. So I'm going to show you the page. I'm going to show you the page on Twitch, or maybe I should just go to Twitch, period. That way you can see it for yourself. I think it's actually showing me, I think it's showing live other people on Twitch right now. Hang on a second. I'll take you over there right now. So let's do the Twitch page. Okay. So we're going to go over to Twitch right now. As you can see, there's somebody rocking out, a DJ or something over there. But what I want to do is just take you to, just type in my page. So as you can see right now, as soon as I type that in under the under your magnifying glass here, you can see right here, it actually shows I'm live right now. So you can see, shows some of the past videos that I've actually shared. That's one way to find it. Or you could do even something else. Sorry. So it's actually showing me, probably showing me right now on. So it's actually showing me, probably showing me right now on. So it's actually showing me, probably showing me right now on. All right, so I think I made my point. All right, guys. So thanks so much for taking the time to come in. So hopefully that's helpful. I mean, it's really not, like I said, it's kind of cumbersome to go from where you've been all the time. I mean, this is a familiar page. I mean, nobody wants to go from here over there, but you know, it's just the nature of things. You know, I don't make the rules, but DJ says everybody is here on the test. Yeah, you know, yeah. I'll have a better test next time, but that's where you can find the Twitch channel. So it's just Black Spring with Autumn. So just plug it in, and then of course you'll see the same logo. Everything is still the same, and yeah, I think it's going to be subscriber driven, because of course the more people that are there, you can have more interactions, or more like emotives or emojis or something they call it. And then of course I can create my own emojis and put them on, and then maybe even add some kind of a personal touch to those. So that's kind of the difference there. But hang on for another test. I will be right back. Yeah. And thanks so much before I go, shout out to Old Head Deuce, Zero the Infinite, and Ronnie Man for coming over already. I'll be right back. And this is going to be a little bit longer, so a little bit longer on this graphic. So I'll be right back. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm just going to say hello to everybody that's in the stream right now. Hello, Unique View and DJ Vision Barnett. And Dr. Fish, I was really surprised to see you here. It's nice to see you. And the Lockhart perspective. And Anarchy says he's had coffee, so he's good for whatever. About Times here. Nice to have you around. And I'll be right back. This show is brought to you in part by our sponsors. Whether you're interested in health, culture, politics, scripture, automobiles, or music, there's something for everyone. So please check out Derek C. Williams, Killer Whale Channels, The Definition of Anarchy, Joseph Francis Burton, Paralysis by Analysis, Chrysler Imperial H, Little Miss Goth, AZ Infidel, Cold War Jesus, Anthony Scioli, and Let the Truth Be Told. We'll be right back, right after this. All right. So it looks like we got a little bit of interaction going on here. I really appreciate you guys for coming in for the test. And I mean, this is not that much fun, but you know, it's easier for me to test things like this, and instead of create things and have to delete them from the computer. And DJ says hello to everyone. Let me say hello to everyone. All right, it's Unique Views here. DJ Vision Barnett. Dr. Fish is here. Let's see. Anarchy Television's here. About Times here. Ronnie Man's here. And and if Old Head Deuce is anywhere near the building. So yeah, please go on over. Oh my gosh, look who's there. It's Ronnie. Ronnie is here from the is coming to us from Twitch. How's the weather? How's the weather in your neck of the woods, Ronnie man? Give us a plus for clear skies and a negative for rain. Thanks so much for going over there. Yeah, any engagement that you do over there right now is very good. And actually, any feedback you can give me on that. So I'm going to run a couple more things here. All right, looks like I have a question, and it's from on the question on the test. Okay, no questions on the day of the test, and please don't look at your neighbor. Um, well, I guess I could say, I guess the most obvious thing would be, well, maybe it's not obvious, but I don't know. People, I mean, I'm tomorrow is February the 1st, and that is usually the beginning of what we've referred to as Black History Month. And it seems like a few people have already kind of like started weighing in on it. I'm not sure if I have a weigh in, but I just think it's a little bit watered down the whole, I'm pretty sure that it was liberal inspired. And what is it? I think we went over it was Dr. Carter G. Woodson. We confirmed that the other night because I said Carter G. Woods, but I left out the SON. So it's a Carter G. Woodson inspired, um, I guess, in a month. I have no idea, but I'm going to say that I think I'm going to venture to say that I believe that there was much liberal teeth behind that. Not to say that he can't be responsible for, this whole the whole thing or any, the idea of it, but I'm sure just to get it to the calendar, you got to have some liberal big guns, I would imagine. I mean, so I'm so I mean, for me, I've actually kind of started to reassess for a few years now. I've kind of reassessed the not just Black History Month, but what we've been told or what we've been yeah, what we've been told. Um and sometimes I think people I mean, I think we kind of touched on this one day. We talked about propaganda being thank you so much, Ronnie man. I really appreciate it. And I don't know, it's just I think once you get a level of discernment, I think it doesn't really go away. It's like once you get a little bit of discernment, it just kind of shows up. It seems like it starts to show up in other institutions. Like you just start to, question everything. And to me, I've already found some things that are in my own research, I've found some things that don't quite that tell a different story. I think I think sometimes we get more propaganda, even in the past. We're this is kind of off the subject, and I said I wasn't going to go over anything, but just the way the culture of things, the way things are happening right now, and and one of my programs coming up, we're gonna do something about we're gonna do it on a propaganda slash music. We're gonna maybe kind of discuss music as propaganda, but I do believe that propaganda has been more dominating than we realize even in history, and that does not exclude Black history, and it doesn't exclude all of these the idea of these sanctuary movements and the rebirth of these sanctuary movements or the and and I'm saying all that to say I'm talking about civil rights and every wagon that's been hitched to it. I just start to, you know, you do a little bit of research and you start to deconstruct a lot of these things and you don't get it's not the same narrative that they tell you in school that I've learned about quite a few things like some of the hallmark or the flagship people that they hold up from the civil rights movement. Yeah, I don't know if that's ever going to come out. Um, but yeah, I'll go into it another time. I'll go into the specifics another time, but I'm going back to the whole Black History Month. It just kind of I remember growing up and there was a group of guys, they used to call it black facts or something like that. It was like, is this a joke? Black facts? Oh, we'll be right back with some black facts. I was like, seriously, seriously. And I don't think they were being malicious, but that's the way to me, that's the way it's kind of presented. It hasn't been it's you can't go to a call you can go to a college and you can, of course, you can register for like an AFRES or an African American Studies course, but you won't find one class that says Black History, much less Black History Month. So I don't you think it's incredible that they managed to fit all the history involving Black Americans or people that refer to themselves as Black Americans or African Americans. I'm calling it the Exclusion History Month, Exclusion American History Month. They can manage to fit all of that into 28 days. It's not even a whole month. And I don't know. It's just we're going down the objective is I just think the objective is off, on so many things. And who comes up with this stuff? The liberals come up with it. And I think, unfortunately, it's in the past. It happens to have been, um, it happens to be more white liberals that have come up with a lot of these things. And I don't see the where's the fruit from all of these things? It just seems like we're just repeating, we're deleting, you get deleted from social media. So there goes the history. You can erase things, and then that means the future is even more unreliable or unsustainable because you deleted things as they were happening in real time in 2020. So now 2021, we're dealing with this we're dealing with something that's totally a slate that they've managed to wipe clean. But what are they going to replace it with? I don't know. You guys may read a comment here. It's a pretty lengthy comment. Actually, I'll start with Anarchy. He says, I've hereby declared that it is Anarchy Television Day every day. Thank you, Anarchy. And Ronnie Mann says Whitney invented the dot dot cotton gin. And Anarchy says one of the problems I see when people do not know their history and they advocate for tearing down monuments that represent history. When all that is gone, there's nothing to go to remind us of history. Absolutely, it is not. And unfortunately, I think that's the whole point. Yeah, so unfortunately, I think that's the point is to not really have a point of reference. You just I don't know. I would imagine some other things are going to come down as well. Like before you know it, like what else is going to come down? Like, will the flags be taken down all over the place, or will they raise another flag above that flag? Let me just read this comment. Thank you, Anarchy Television. And Ronnie says, I have thoughts on the matter, but it's probably too controversial. Well, what is it? What can I say? It's a provocative day. And this channel, we've kind of gotten into some provocative things, but I know we can hold that. It's on your guys' side of the times. Um, it's actually already February 1st, but for me, it's not. So let's just have a one. Let's just at least wait an hour and 27 minutes before we. I'd like to, if you don't mind, I'd like to refrain. I'd like to refrain for an hour 27 minutes before I go full on. Um, yeah, to give but I don't know. It's exhausting, and I think it's just going to be it's probably going to be one of the most intense. It's going to be one of the most intense Black History months, and maybe it won't be. Maybe it won't be because I think the election is over, so it's only 4 years that you kind of get that. It's only every 4 years that the Black community gets a that kind of attention, the pandering. The pander party comes out every 4 years. So maybe it'll be pretty quiet. I mean, I don't know. Um, so yeah, let me just read a comment from DJ. Says destroying monuments will erase history. I presume that you mean erase. If it's not, then you can correct me. Um, so yeah, I'm just not. I don't know. There's probably going to be virtual histories all over the place. Virtual ceremonies, if not. Um, so let me read this from Ronnie. He says the same tired rhetoric for Black History Month. Madam C.J. Walker was the first Black woman millionaire. But there again, that was kind of my point that I was revving up to was you can't it's more of an exclusive thing. It just seems that we're going down a path of just like segregation or something. We've got the return of it. Are we on the brink of segregation again? Do you think that's going to be the next EO? I mean, what do you think? I mean, yeah, because it's a very exclusive kind of exclusive kind of a thing to present a month in that way. And it's almost like they want to constantly remind people that happen to be who either consider themselves Black or African American that they are not, you cannot be exactly American. So you will always be this. And we're going to give you a month to remind you of that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep that. We're going to keep the rhetoric. We're going to keep the propaganda going to remind you of where you've been and where you still are, where you are in many ways. In fact, and I might be going a bit far. They might yank this down, but I'm just saying it's so bad right now that I think I think that some people from the community are actually participating. They're participating not only in their own demise, but some of these things that are going to come down that might come down the pike that affect the rest of the country. They don't even realize they're participating. You're contributing into the demise of the country. Now, it's not just about you. It's not, whether that be disarmament or whether it's totally disrupting nuclear family, totally disrupting any kind of natural order of anything. And I mentioned, some level of genocide, whether it be soft eugenics, soft genocide, just participating in it all. In fact, and then on the other level, I think they've recruited people in some of these institutions. Um, as I'm telling you, they are loving on that left wing stuff. They're loving it. And who knows? I don't know. Have you guys seen, what is it? This Harriet Tubman? Is that Harriet Tubman? The $20 bill? I mean, is that where they're going to roll that out? I mean, it's just a permanent underclass, permanent. I don't know. Who wants to start a decade like that? Who wants to? But they're you can count on them. You can count on them to do that. It's just like I was saying to somebody else earlier, or maybe I just put a comment someplace that it's like it's a spell or something. And I'm not saying that there are no other people that are affected by this, but I'm saying the most obvious. I mean, just for example, like I've seen more like all the commercials I'm noticing. Like, is it just me or am I seeing more commercials? Like, is that what is that success? Is that what you need? Just I think it's pretty narcissistic, and I think it's pretty megalomaniac or megalomaniacal. Do you need to see yourself that much? It's pretty if you need to see yourself in everything you do, I don't wanna see myself in every single thing I do. I don't. I don't need to see any I don't need to see things that look like me all day long, every day, or I'm just life is not good, I'm gonna fall apart. I I I don't know that. I don't know that kind of I don't know that mentality. I don't. But the sad thing about it is some people's self-worth and their identity depends on what these elite actually think about them. Who was it? There was it AM Joy or somebody the other day that was saying that the right envies the left because the left has Hollywood. Some people actually think that if they pair these elite and leftist and progressive narratives that they're somehow I think they have some kind of camaraderie or they feel closer to these people if they say everything they say and agree with everything that they do. They use all kinds of pathos and ethos and to reach them, to reach the low hanging fruit. um yeah, I mean, and then it's all done to keep people from looking at policies or like the real the real bread and butter. It's all done for that reason. Hope you guys are doing well out there and you guys are doing really well on the test. So read a couple of comments here. And Anarchy says, how do we convince people of the truth? Honestly, Anarchy, I think we're at a stage in which I don't know if convincing. I think it's just people are going to just have to find out, learn the hard way at this point. I really, I really think people are going to have to learn the hard way. There's just at this point, a lot of people are tired of talking. They're just tired of trying to reason, or I think they are. I mean, I don't know. It used to be, or it seemed to be a while back that people were curious about the opposite of what they knew or what they heard. I mean, whether they take it on as a conspiracy or conspiracy theory, they were at least curious about something else. But now there's something, for the for the lack of a better word, there's something else in the air now. And I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if it's fear. I don't know if it's genuine fear. Yeah, I'm not sure. As they say, I can't call that one. I can't really call it. Um, but yeah, but I would just think that it's safer to if you want to talk about safety, I think it's safer to deal with people that are like-minded in these times because you know you don't want to be, you know, it's rough to say. It's rough to say because people can get you what you don't know can hurt you, and people that don't know what's going on, they're not going to be, they can't be prepared because I mean, like I've said this before, you can't. This is not a situation in which you can kind of run in on one episode when there's just been so many seasons of intense things and yeah, and development. You just so yeah, I don't know. I think, but the thing about it is, Anarchy. I think there's actually more people that know what's going on than they're willing to admit. I think it's, what was the slogan that I was seeing once upon a time, that there was, the silent majority is still there. That the majority, that group of people that were silent for the election, they're still, some of them are still silent. I mean, and so I'm not convinced that people don't see. I think it may not be as bad. Um, I'm not sure if the people are really that removed from the truth. And yeah, I'm not convinced that there's not more than they want you to believe. I think that's also a part of what they've been doing is to, you know, but they've been talking about unity, which is conformity to me. And um, I say, let me read some comments here. Ronnie says some people have no sense of self value of self. Yeah. Anarchy says that $20 is pandering and a joke. Yes, yes. And DJ says power is what they want, mass hypnotism. Thank you for that. And Anarchy says, I agree, Ronnie's self-worth is very important. But the thing about it is the minute you start asking questions, it just reveals more hypocrisy and more. This is I've said this to myself, I'm just thinking, okay, well, I would imagine that people that are truly, if you truly believe, or if you truly feel some level of oppression, that if you can feel 400 years of oppression right now, then surely you wouldn't want to inflict that same kind of, you wouldn't want to inflict any type of prejudice or subject anybody to inequality, right? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm just thinking, it's like, why I'm on that whole thing about equality. Like, this is where I'm putting this down here where the cows can get it. And when I think about the equality, now I can't, when you just think about it, and I know what the Constitution says, and I know, and that'll be the only time you'll hear liberals quote the Constitutions when they're talking about equality. They'll say, all men are created equal. Okay, but let's just be real for a second. Some of us can probably get up out of our bed, or we can extend both arms in front of us and realize, oh, is one of my arms slightly longer than the other? So I'm just thinking, but I don't know anything that's, if you can get something that's purely equal or purely congruent. I, if you can find that, can you predict equal outcomes in any society? I started out talking about limbs or fingers, or um, one side of your hair may even grow longer than the other or grow faster than the other. But how is it that the government can do that? How can the government make anything equal? How? Like, is it possible? Is it really possible? I mean, and then there's the other thing. It's like the I've heard people talk about the American dream, and then there's the American dream. I'm like, okay, we got two ideas of what the American dream is, because is the dream give me, 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 or is it the opportunity? The opportunity is actually the dream versus, just whatever you can give me everything you can give me. So yeah, I know I'm on a bit of a rant. I'm all over the place, but I was going for. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna get some comments in here. DJ says ideological subversion plus systematic subversion equals total control. Let's see. Anarchy says, yep, DB. And DJ says they are calling all patriot terrorists, dividing the country. But see, that's the thing, I think in my mind, I'm thinking everybody is. That's what everybody is technically. You know, they want to create the illusion, the concept of they put the concept of terrorism out there, and you can have a concept of something out there, but in order to give something, you know, to make it legitimate, to me, I think they need to build it up a little bit more. It's a little thin. It's a little thin. Um, but we talked about the whole Hegelian dialectic. We've talked about that too. Let's see. Hold on. Anarchy says the greatest minority is the individual, and we as individuals are the majority. DJ says at work people are wearing 2 masks now. Okay. Well, just for kicks, because I'm in bizarro land, but I only have one. So this is bad enough, but I thought it was kind of fashionable or whatever. It's a little bit inconspicuous, I guess. And I don't know, DJ, please, are you wearing, have you got your favorite 2 mask ready for tomorrow? Okay, I got that one. And Anarchy says, my aunt last night went to the hospital. My uncle said it was because of anxiety or panic attack. She's never had one of those, but she did get this. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Anarchy. I don't know. I hope everything works out. Yeah, it's bizarro land. It's heavy bizarro land. I don't know. It just seems like there's some kind of eerie feeling going on right now. And I don't know where it's coming from, but it just seems like things are not very settled and we're not exactly resolved. It just feels awkward right now. So in about 10 minutes, I'm going to wrap this up, and I appreciate you guys so much for coming on and entertaining my entertaining infomercials or just whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm working on. I appreciate it so much. And so I'm going to go through here and just thank everybody. And Ronnie, man, are you still over on Twitch? Just let me know how it's going over there. Like if you can hear me or if the visuals are bad or any of that business. But yes. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, tomorrow, and maybe the CV-19 is going to squelch some of what they would normally do, but I don't know. To me, it has the potential to be really bad, considering that whole twerk on Washington bit. And that particular group has been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, right? Yeah, who knows? I mean, what will they do next? I don't know. I don't make the rules. So we'll see what happens, without a doubt. And I'm going to run a couple of ads here, and I want to thank 3 people that I can think of right away. I got a few people over on Twitch right now, so I know you guys are a little bit hesitant to move, and but like I said, hopefully it'll be worth it, or it'll be a lifesaver in the end. So I'm just gonna do a Twitch thanks, and I'll be right back. All right. And Anarchy says, should never doubt or second guess your gut. Your gut will never lie to you. But your head, your heart. All right, Anarchy. You're keeping it real. That's good. That's good. We can handle that around here. All right, and I'll be right back again, guys. Alrighty. Yeah, it's just so bizarre. I all the issues. I mean, I haven't gotten into there's a couple of bills that I'd like to get into, but of course I'm not doing it on this at this hour. I'm not. Um yeah, but there's just so many things that are happening, and like you wake up and you're in a totally different place. But I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping up this stream, and I want to thank you guys so much. I want to thank Ronnie Man for being everywhere. Like, what it's everywhere. What is it? Visa, like Visa. This is the old commercial. It's everywhere you want to be. Ronnie Man is everywhere that we want to be around here. Thanks for hanging out over on Twitch, and thanks for coming in here. And I want to thank everybody in the chat. So again, I want to, I'm going to tone it down. I'm going to tamp it down on the reminders on Twitch, probably in about another week, because, you know, I've kind of talked about it enough. I'll just run ads from now on. If you have a question about it, you can just either email me or just, of course, you can just interact with me in the chat on any questions that you have, or if you're having an issue over on Twitch that I might be of some help on, then I'll be happy to to help you out with that wherever I can. But yes, so I want to thank Unique View for coming in. And Unique View, you started it. I'm holding you responsible. He mentioned, or she mentioned, I'm not sure. He mentioned BHM, Black History Month, and yeah, like I said, I think people are already responding to it, whether they want to or not. DJ Vision Barnett, thank you so much. It's always nice to have you here. DJ's been around for a long time, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, I really appreciate it. And let's see, who else do we have here? Dr. Fish came in. Thank you so much, Dr. Fish, for coming in. It's been a long time. It's nice to see you. The Lockhart Perspective, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. And About Time, it's always nice to have you around. Like, you guys are coming up like on a year or something that you've been hanging around here. So I really appreciate that, because you guys go wherever I go, and we'll see what happens. I mean, this is going to be an interesting year for everybody, but I know for me, there's going to be some things going on. And so yeah, so thanks for hanging in there with me. So who knows? I'll give you an update where available. Ronnie Mann, thank you guys so much for coming in. Thanks again, Ronnie, for all that you do. And I think I'm missing somebody here. So Ronnie Mann is appearing in two. He's appearing in two places, over on Twitch and over here with us on YouTube. So thank you, Ronnie Man, once again. And Anarchy Television, he's been a great content creator, and his stories are very inspiring. He's a great storyteller. He's a great craftsman, a great artisan. So if you guys aren't familiar with Anarchy, just please go over and check out his channel and see what's happening over there. Same with DJ Vision Barnett. You can get over to DJ's page. DJ's a great advocate for 2A. He's also an officer himself, and he's doing lots of things, even doing some entrepreneurial things. So I hope I'm not misrepresenting right now. So yeah, then of course the Lockhart Perspective. Of course, get over there. The Lockhart Perspective had one of the most monumental interviews on the tubes. And of course, she is a regular content creator. She's actually quite prolific. So you want to get over and see what's happening there. Thank you so much for all your support, Lockhart Perspective. And Ronnie Mann, of course. Ronnie Mann has a lot of, Ronnie Mann wears a lot of hats. He's a great musician, and I think he's growing his own entrepreneurship, whether he knows it or not. And I think he's very confident in what he in his own teaching. So check out Ronnie Mann where available. All right, guys, and then Unique View. I appreciate your support very much. So I've run over just a little bit, but I'm glad you guys were here for whatever it is that I do on a test. And I will see you guys later. Of course, in the next live stream, in the comment section, in a video, or a moonlight stream, or of course a test. And I will be posting the next live stream, and I'll give you all the deets on it. I'm going to do something a little differently with that particular stream. And so you guys have a great Monday. And for those of you that are engaging or participating in some level of Black History Month or whatever you're doing, have a great week, great Monday, and I'll see you guys around. Got one more comment here. Sorry, you guys catch me right before I go. You're welcome, for sure, without a doubt. All right, guys. Have a good morning and a good day.